I'm so glad that we have Walt Clyde Frazier, Oscar Robinson, and Dr. J around, and Rick Barry and people like that to talk about Wilt Chamberlain's 100 points and his greatness. Because if we had to depend on LeBron James and people the ilk, um, the downplaying is sad. Um, you know, Wilt Chamberlain was an incredible talent. And I'm gonna say this: even though he predated me, I was still able to, at the time before we had more technology, see footage of him and watch his athleticism. Um, I hold many people accountable for not acknowledging his greatness. I'm not gonna just hold that to LeBron James. I'm gonna acknowledge it to Magic Johnson, and I acknowledge it to Jordan too, because there has been a consensus to try to downplay it because he was big. The Samson Delilah, not Samson Delilah, but uh, the David and Goliath argument. But the Will Chamberlain disrespect needs to stop. I mean, the man is arguably the greatest player ever. You can make a case for he was the most dominant for his time. Shaq was the most dominant in my time. And I think that when you can dominate, you're in my top five argument. I don't care about how many rings because people got to go through you. I don't think people understand what the word dominant means, because when you dominate, hey, you're born God given talent, the size, the shape, whatever you are. So for people to be up there tripping and God saying all kinds of stuff, that there were porcupines that were beneath him, and there was runts, and there was all kinds of stuff to downplay. Um, as a black man as he is, they're not gonna come out and say Babe Ruth stuff was fake. They're not gonna say Ty Cobb stuff was fake. They're not gonna say Jim Thorpe stuff was fake. They're not gonna say Rocky Marciano stuff was fake. Yeah, I'm gonna go racial with it because every time it's changed to someone black that does something, they got to try to downplay it. If you bigger because of your size, like Shaq couldn't control his size, so the man dominated. But it's more fashionable, and I'm not getting into an argument with it, but it's more fashionable to give Kobe Bryant more of the love and the juice, because again, it's David and Goliath. People, because if you say you dominant, if you dominant, you are the best. You know how hard it is to impose your will? I don't think people understand you are imposing your will. That's what dominance is. We can look at before Tiger Woods came along, you say Jack Nicklaus.